Hi, welcome to the Price Action Analyst YouTube channel. Just doing a quick update on 3 cryptocurrencies that I've previously done videos for, and they had a lot of viewing interest and a lot of commentary, which was nice. Kybernetwork's KNC, Cardano, ADA, and Zilliqa, ZIL. Starting off with Zilliqa, in general, I just did a couple of videos on the market, the stock market, the S&P 500, which if you're trading crypto, I think it's valuable to watch that because I think the two are correlated in the short term at least. So the market has done something which I think is going to be the start of something very bearish. I'm talking about the stock market. And so you're kind of seeing that reflected in the prices here. So this isn't necessarily just because of the stock market. These were areas where I would have expected to see selling pressure. So you can see as ZIL has moved into that you've got a series of wicks. And so given those series of wicks, what I would now expect price to do is something similar to this, where you start seeing wicks and then you'll see price roll over. Those wicks, it's indicative of selling pressure, and price will start to turn from there. And what you're looking for is a retracement into this area, 50% level. 50%'s, a good level to look at, and you also want to notice previous wicks, which are buying pressure, and previous highs. So I would hopefully see price come into this area. And if I started to see candles showing buying pressure, then I would enter long. So for Cardano, I would wait here. I'd wait. I think you're going to get some more selling pressure. And I would wait for that. I mean, ultimately what you're doing is you're waiting to see buying pressure. So tomorrow, if you get a gigantic buying bar here and the next day it opens above that, go long. But what happens generally is that price will retrace to these areas where there is reasons for buyers to step back in. If you want me to get into detail, people were getting long here, and all the longs here are, as the price rolls back, they're all stuck. All these people are losing money. So as price pushes up into this area, you get people selling for break even, and you get people preemptively selling here. And so when this happens, when price rockets past that point, when it comes back here, all those people that sold here, because remember, every buy that takes place here, that they're buying from someone that's selling. So everyone that sold here, they're stuck. When this price rockets through, they're stuck. And so when price gets back here, they're hitting the buy button to get out, and you start to get your buying pressure. And it's the same for anywhere that you see buying pressure like this wick. So, people were selling here and price rocketed away. So they're losing money. As price moves away, they're losing money, and price is coming back to break even. And what happens when price gets there? They start buying to get out, and you get buying pressure. So I would expect to see buying pressure here. I would expect to see buying pressure here. Does that mean you'll see it? No. Wait for price to get into these areas and wait for the buying pressure to show itself in a candle that looks like that. And the candle should be bigger than the previous candle. So when you've got selling candles like that, and then you get a larger buying candle, there's your entry signal there, ideally. So wait with Cardano, wait for the buying pressure to come in, and I would expect to see it around here. For ZIL, again, with those wicks, they're going to act as a barrier. This previous high is going to act as a barrier, so I wouldn't get long here. Wait for some sort of retracement. Now, these retracements have been very short, very shallow. Previously, this has been very strong price action. So the retracement here might not be that shallow, but notice now the wicks are bigger than they've kind of ever been. So I would expect to see a deeper retracement here. Again, but you're waiting for the buying pressure here. It's wait on this one. This is going to take time to roll over, and for buyers to step in and roll over, and buyers, and maybe you'll get like a flag pattern form there, and it's a much more reliable entry. So there's no reason to get in here or get long here. I would wait. So yeah, so if we get like a choppy retracement here and it forms one of these, then that's perfect, because now you know it's a much more reliable indicator of where to get long. So with Kybernetworks, you've got your retracement here, you got buying off of it, but it didn't retrace a high and it's come back, so it's formed this flag pattern. So your areas of buying are going to be there. So when price rockets away there, it forms what I call air, and so when price comes back to the air in the previous low, you get buying pressure, which you've seen. This is still, if you don't include this last day, this is still very good price action. Like this could suck me into getting long here, but always look out for the traps. So you know the market, if the market's turning very bearish, and you know Bitcoin was down quite substantially, and so you might see some more selling there. So you know if this thing does get pretty weak, you might even see a wash of the low and it step outside this thing. And then what you want to see, if it does that, you want to see a false break, so you want to see it step outside and you want to see buying pressure immediately and then hit that long. But if it steps outside and you get like a series of down bars, then something's wrong. I would wait, because that's, you know, that's possibly indicative that it's going to go lower. So what to do here? I would wait. If like price tomorrow opens there and it starts moving up, you could try that. But tomorrow, if it's, you know, if it's weak, if it opens there, it's coming down, or if it does anything other than open above that previous high of today, just wait and see how far down it goes here, and then, you know, repeat the exercise of waiting for price to get down into that area and waiting for buying signals or buying pressure and an entry signal off the back of that. So yeah, overall it looks like the market's taking a bit of a pause, and it's interesting. I've said, like, watch my overall market videos, because it looks like all this stuff is correlated. Like you're seeing weakness in the S&P, and I think you'll see short-term weakness in other, in quote, safe assets like gold and silver and crypto in the short term. In the long term, that correlation hopefully is not there, but in the short term, you're seeing that correlation. So keep your eye out on what's happening in the market, because it matters. I think it affects the crypto markets as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you got any comments, that'd be great. Subscribe too, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.